Happy sunset. So this review is going to be for The Water Witch by Juliet Dark. This was a young adulty type book, and when I read it in 2014 I was inclined to think of this style as American rom soup, since they were romance supernatural with the emphasis on the romance, and inclined to be rather sloppy with certain aspects of plot and writing. It was a number two. It was a number two in the Fairwick Chronicles. But did I know that when I first got it off the library shelf? No, I didn't, because publishers in their infinite wisdom don't always bother to write number two. This does no service to the reader who picks it up and doesn't know what's happening, and it does no service to the author who might actually have produced a decent book if the reader had been aware that they should have read one before they started on it. I don't think that this one is suffered much from that particularly. I think it had enough other problems and you needn't worry about it. It's very much representative of its genre. If you like this genre, you'll like this one. It's, I guess you'd call it kind of magical realism, in that it's set in this world but with denizens of fairy tale everywhere. So there's America. It's normal America. But there is so much fairy. Fairy is so thick on the ground that one has to wonder if there's any normal humans left in town. Certainly none of them can be untouched by fairies. We have a hero, her name's Callie. She may be the only chance of stopping the bad guys from closing the last gate to fairyland. But she is hampered by her powers being underdeveloped and even locked down. So she must gain control or risk the gate closing forever and most of her friends returning to fairyland. Also, there's an evil water sprite to contend with. I sound scornful, but that part of the plot wasn't that bad and I did quite enjoy it. The actual plot, however, was often secondary, since way too many of the 339, God help us, pages were Callie agonizing over her ex-boyfriend, the Incubus. Does she love him? Or does she not? Is she even capable of loving at all? Key violins waving in the background. How come she keeps getting laid by the Incubus in her dreams? Incubus. I wonder. This part was okay as well, though, to be honest. It was repetitive and there's way too much of it, and the editors should have told her to cut down the words and page numbers. But the real thing that annoyed me down from the 3 stars to the 2 stars that I eventually gave this is a spoiler. So go away if you care, if anyone even still remembers this book. Whatever. The spoiler is a Liam Duncan Bill plot development, and it was silly and it was transparent beyond belief. Is there anyone who from the first sentence did not know that Duncan was a bad guy? I think not. Callie spilling her guts about every aspect of her personal life in the first time she meets him is idiotic. No one does that. No human. Especially not someone like Callie, who's meant to have trust issues from Liam, which somehow don't translate to telling everything to a random stranger. Hands up. Who did not realize Bill was Liam the second the gnome let him in? No hands up. Colour me not surprised. So yes, an okay American romance for the uncritical and very young, with very sanitized, low-calorie supernatural background-ish. The ending nearly downgraded it to a 1 star. The final line could just as well have read, "I'm writing another book in this series. Please buy it." I hate that tactic from authors. And when the book isn't all that good to begin with, there's a few young adulty type ones, supernaturally ones tend to be. It's even worse. It's just pure professional laziness. And if you want to be a professional author, surely you can do better than this. At least try to do better. Give me an ending, not a plea for my credit card details.